The Los Angeles Lakers have two players in a rivalry to earn a spot in the starting lineup. In recent days, all we've been talking about is the Lakers' starting lineup. The talk of the town is mostly about Jared Vanderbilt and Rui Hachimura. But it's not just about who starts the game, it's also about how much these two have improved in their basketball skills. There have been some rumors about Vanderbilt getting taller, and he talked about it on a podcast recently. In this video, we'll discuss the potential competition between the two during practice, what we expect to see from them this season, and whether Vanderbilt has truly gotten taller. Also, how this might change their positions on the team. First, let's talk about which skills each player should focus on. For Vanderbilt, many would say he needs to improve his three-point shooting. He has practiced with Phil Handy and Hachimura as well. About a month ago the two trained in Japan with Phil Handy. Much of his training focused on catching the ball and shooting it from the three-point line. Now, if we look at their past records, it's clear that they both need to improve their three-point game. Vanderbilt made only about 30.3% of his three-point shots out of 33. Hachimura's stats are similar, he shot 30.9% on 68 attempts. We must remember that being good at three-point shooting is not just about making the basket. It's about how valuable a player can be to the team when he shoots from the three-point line. They don't shoot much from the three-point line, so when they do, the results aren't fantastic. However, things changed in the playoff games. Rui shocked everyone with an impressive 48.7% from the three-point line. But to be honest, the team needs consistent scoring from him. One of the reasons we don't see Rui and Vanderbilt play together often is the unpredictability of three-point shooting. The team needs players who can make these shots consistently. Reliable shooting from the three-point line is essential, especially when the team has stars like LeBron and Anthony Davis. They need space to play, and if Rui and Vanderbilt cannot provide it, other players like Taurean Prince or Max Christie can replace them at crucial moments in the game. For this season, my hope is that Rui scores around 37% from three-point range, attempting around 4 times per game. Ideally, he should hit 38% on the corner and 35% when he catches the ball and shoots on the spot. I believe these goals are achievable for him. But expecting him to maintain his shooting form in the playoffs might be too much. Let's hope he improves with time. When it comes to Vanderbilt, I also expect to see a little improvement in their three-point shooting. Given that most of his shots, around 80%, are taken from the corner, which is one of the easiest places to score 3 points, he should aim to score above 35%. If he starts shooting from other parts of the court, it could be a different story. But for now, we wish he hit those three-pointers and hopefully get about 35% of his straight catch and shoot chances. The excitement surrounding Rui isn't just limited to his offensive prowess, his potential improvements on the defensive end are generating just as much buzz. Indeed, while Rui has shown promising signs on defense, the consensus is that he can push his boundaries even further. Given his recent transformation, showcasing a more toned physique, there's an expectation that his agility on the court could see a notable uptick. Such an enhancement in his defensive capabilities could be a game-changer, particularly when teamed up with seasoned veterans like LeBron James. LeBron, a stalwart in the basketball world, has given years to the sport, displaying unparalleled skills and leadership. But even legends have their limits. As he ages, it becomes increasingly important for his teammates to step up and share the defensive load. It's essential that they shield him from consistently facing the opposing team's most dynamic players, preserving his energy for crucial moments in the game. Rui's lateral movements, although commendable, have shown some limitations. While no player can completely overcome their inherent physical constraints, hard work and strategic training can certainly make a difference. If Rui can enhance his agility, especially in lateral defense, it would immensely boost the team's defensive structure. Turning our focus to Vanderbilt, in addition to improving his three-point shooting, there is another skill he could improve: ball handling. He's already quite skilled at grabbing rebounds, but sometimes seems unsure of what to do next. It's like he's questioning himself. Becoming more self-confident and improving his ball control would allow him to make quicker decisions after grabbing rebounds. In short, every progress these players make will benefit the team. And while we have those hopes for them, it's also crucial that we be patient and let them find their rhythm this season. Vanderbilt's actions on the court are often observed with keen interest. At times, when he catches the ball, there's an unmistakable energy, a vibe that he's going to sprint down the court with it. But just as suddenly as this momentum builds, it appears to fade. As he advances, either the sight of a defender or perhaps a fleeting thought stops him in his tracks. One can't help but think of the scoring opportunities the team might seize if he consistently committed to such fast breaks. His hesitation doesn't just end there. When Vanderbilt finds himself near the basket, clutching the ball, there's often a momentary lapse. It's like he's overthinking or becomes momentarily overwhelmed, which makes him delay his shot. In these crucial moments, swift decision-making and confidence are paramount. The debate has been lively about who should prominently feature in the starting lineup between Vanderbilt and Hachimura. On analyzing Vanderbilt's contributions, it's evident that his defensive prowess, especially against top-tier players of the opposition, is commendable. Moreover, his playstyle isn't reliant on always being in possession of the ball to make a significant impact. These qualities position him as a potential contender for the main lineup. On the other hand, we have Hachimura, who wrapped up the last season with an impressive presence in the main team. He's undeniably talented, but could there be a strategic shift in play? Some argue that Hachimura might thrive even more coming off the bench. This role alteration might offer him more scoring opportunities, especially since he wouldn't constantly be pitted against the most agile players of the opposing team. Plus, starting off the bench doesn't sideline him entirely. He could still emerge as a game-changer during the pivotal moments towards the end of matches. Yet, as we speculate and weigh the pros and cons, the final decision rests with the team management. They might retain Hachimura in the starting role, valuing the dynamics he brings. Whichever path the team chooses, one thing's for certain, both players offer distinct advantages, making the upcoming training camp and season a promising and intriguing watch. There has been a lot of talk recently about how tall he is. On a podcast, when asked about his height, Vando made some amusing comments and seemed like he was joking. Some people think he may have gotten taller, but Vando's response hinted that maybe people are making more of a big deal about it than it really is. You know what? Even though he's gotten a little taller, does it really make a big difference in how he plays? I mean, sure, being taller can be an advantage in basketball, but it's not like a few extra inches will suddenly change your entire game. Vando isn't going to suddenly start playing like a giant just because he grew a few inches. He has mainly played as a winger, a position that generally involves a lot of running and agility. And that's probably where he'll stay no matter how tall he becomes. A tall player who can move quickly? This is a defender's dream. Still, while it's fun to think about, Vando's main focus should be improving other parts of his game. Like, improving your long shot or moving the ball quickly across the court after catching it. Ultimately, it's these skills, more than height, that will make the biggest difference on the court. We are talking about two talented players here, Vando and Rui Hachimura. Now, if these two guys can improve their game in the areas we discussed, like getting better ball control near the basket for Vando, they will be a major asset to their team. Furthermore, the contracts they sign will look like total steals due to the immense value they will bring to the court. There has been a lot of buzz about these two potentially going head-to-head in the upcoming training camp. And I look forward to hearing what you all think about this potential matchup. The Lakers have two young talents hungry for the game, and I would like to know your opinion on this. Which of these young men will do better in the next training camp? Which do you trust most? Leave your opinion in the comments. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel to show your support. Thanks for watching and see you soon.